All right, if you're a writer, you know the feeling. Staring at the page, wondering how to make those words, well, breathe. How do you give them a pulse, make them feel alive? It's the ultimate challenge, right? Well, today we're going to look at one writer's really cool, kind of radical experiment to do exactly that.
So this is the big one, isn't it? How do you actually breathe life into a screenplay? It's the question that probably haunts you in the middle of the night, because it's not just about having a great plot. It's about making the reader feel it. You want your descriptions to jump off the page, your dialogue to crackle, but so often they just sit there, flat, lifeless, just waiting for someone to shout, action. So, this brings us to what you could call a writer's eternal homework. And here's the crazy thing about this problem. You never graduate. It doesn't get easier. In fact, the more you write, the more you notice it. For the writer we're talking about, this wasn't just a challenge, it became a full-blown creative obsession. And this quote really just hits the nail on the head. The ultimate tool a writer can express themselves with is text, so this concern never went away. I mean, think about it. After writing script after script, this writer realized that no matter how amazing your story is, at the end of the day, it's just black letters on a white screen. That's all you've got. So the question of how to make those little black letters dance, to make them leap off the page, that was always there. So after writing 3 entire screenplays, the author decided, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm trying something radical. This wasn't some beginner's whim, okay? This came from experience, from that nagging feeling, 3 scripts in, that some kind of energy just wasn't making it from their brain to the page. So it was time to tear up the rulebook. It was time for an experiment. Okay, so let's get into it. The 4-line experiment. What did they actually do? Well, on their 4th script, this writer came up with a couple of really simple but strict rules for themselves. And the goal wasn't just to make small changes. It was to totally blow up their old style and reshape the entire experience of reading the script. So here are the 2 super simple rules they came up with. First, every single bit of descriptive text had to be between 1 and 4 lines long, period. No big, chunky paragraphs allowed. This keeps the page looking clean, fast, and easy on the eyes. But rule number 2, this is the real genius part. They had to alternate punctuation. So if one sentence ended with a period, the very next one absolutely could not. Why? What does that even do? Well, it messes with your brain's expectations. You're trained to pause at a period, but this system forces you to keep going, to tumble into the next sentence. It creates this unstoppable forward momentum, a real rhythm. And you can really see the difference it makes. Imagine the before. A big, dense block of text. You know the kind. Every sentence ends with a period, is just heavy, it's a slog to get through. Your eyes start to glaze over. Now picture the after. Short, punchy lines. Punctuation that keeps you guessing. Suddenly, the text is breathing. It's got a beat, a cadence. It pulls you along, and you literally can't stop reading. And this brings us to the result. Readability created by rhythm. And seriously, the results were just transformative. This wasn't just some clever formatting trick. No way. It fundamentally changed the entire feel of the screenplay. It stopped being a dry blueprint and started feeling like a movie already unfolding, right there on the page, with its own unique energy and pace. And get this wasn't just for 1 or 2 scenes. The writer kept this up for the entire screenplay. 80 pages. 80 pages of this strict, self-imposed rhythm. I mean, can you imagine the discipline that takes? The result was a script that was just so easy to read. It was propulsive. It pulled you from page 1 all the way to the end. So let's just break down the positive outcomes here. First off, it obviously created a really unique rhythm in the descriptions. But here's what's super cool. That same rhythmic quality started to seep into the dialogue too. So the whole script had this one cohesive feel. The readability, of course, went through the roof. And most importantly, it allowed the writer's unique style, their voice, their fingerprint to shine through. And this, right here, is the biggest takeaway. The technique literally infused the writer's own personal rhythm into the very fabric of the script. Those rules, they weren't a cage that restricted them. They were a key that unlocked their natural cadence and baked it right into the story's DNA. It's such a powerful reminder that style isn't just about the words you choose. It's about the music behind them. Okay, so this brings us to the big question. How do you go about finding your own rhythm? Because, and this is super important, the point here is not for you to go out and copy these exact rules. Not at all. The point is to grasp the powerful idea behind it all. Sometimes, giving yourself strict limits is the best way to set your creativity free.
what you're really searching for is what this writer calls rare originality. And what is that? It's that one-of-a-kind style, that unique rhythm that only you can bring to your writing. It's your voice. And the best part is, this isn't something you're just born with. Nope. It's something you discover by being brave enough to experiment.
So let's just say it one more time because it's that important. The crucial thing here is not to copy these rules. It's to create your own experiments. Think of this whole story as a case study, sure, but really it's a call to action, it's a challenge. So what weird rules can you invent for yourself? What constraints can you set up to force yourself out of your comfort zone and find that unique voice?
So, I'm going to leave you with this one last thought to chew on. What rhythm is hidden deep inside your writing, just waiting to be discovered? Well, you're not going to find it by just thinking about it. There's only one way to know for sure. Go start your own experiment.